What is flavor? Do you know what makes up flavor? And do you think that pets can differentiate between flavors like we do? Hi, I'm Han Louwman, Director of Research and Development of AFB International. I have over 25 years of experience in the pet food industry, and next to that I've been more than 10 years President of the Dutch Association of Pet Food Producers. As we all know, people spend a great deal of time and energy making food taste good. From picking the freshest ingredients, combining them with the right seasonings, choosing the ideal cooking method, and of course, presenting the finished product, we can agree that food brings people together. Eating is a social and emotional experience. It might make you wonder, is it the same for our pets too? We want our pets to not only enjoy the flavors in their food, but their eating experience as a whole. Today, we will delve into the world of flavors and what that means for our furry friends. Your first challenge: what types of food do you like? That seems easy, but do you exactly know why we and our pets like certain types of food? It all depends on palatability. Palatability is a measure of how agreeable or acceptable a food is to your individual tastes. Palatability depends on many things: the formulation of the food, how it's cooked, what flavorings are added, and even the health and behavior of the person or pet that's consuming the food. Palatants are ingredient systems that are specially designed to make pet food, treats, and supplements taste better. Palatant ensures that our beloved pets consume the food that's offered, and secondly, benefit from the vital nutrients that's inside the food. Digests are proteins that are enzymatically broken down, applied on pet food to provide the sensory impact of meat. Palatants are much more sophisticated than the digest of yesterday. Today, palatants vary as much as the pet food brands that rely on their use. How may palatants differ, you may ask? Well, to start with, they are available in powder and liquids. Dry palatants are flowable powders that can be used inside or applied topically on the food, treat or supplement. The low moisture powders generally range in color from light tan to dark brown. Liquid palatants are moderately viscous, low pH materials that are generally applied topically on the food, treat or supplement. The application rate, also sometimes called the dosage or inclusion rate, generally ranges from 1 to 3% for liquid palatants and 0.5 to 2% for dry palatants. At the pet food manufacturer, liquid and dry powder palatants are commonly applied using a drum coater, spinning disc coater or a vacuum coater. The topical application that's actually used by the manufacturer depends on the types of palatants used and the type of application equipment that's available. If both liquid and dry palatants are used, the process usually calls for topical application of an oil or fat, followed by the liquid palatant, followed by the dry palatant. For a canned product, palatant may be added on top of the food just before the can is sealed, or it may be mixed directly with the pâté, gravy or chunk before canning occurs. So now that we know how these palatants are typically applied, let's focus on what makes up these palatants. Palatants can be meat or vegetable based, designed to adhere to a variety of claims, like grain-free, limited ingredient, hyperallergenic or natural. Palatant protein sources vary depending on desired performance targets, cost requirements or brand claims. Vegetable-derived proteins come from many sources including corn, soy, potato or specialty grains. The desired vegetable protein source often depends on customer-specific needs. Common animal-derived proteins are poultry, pork or fish. It's important to know a protein source that's available in one region, say kangaroo in Australia, may be considered unconventional in other regions of the world. Just as meat proteins can come from different animals, they can also come from different parts of the animals. Meat-based protein might come from skin and muscle tissue, or it might come from viscera. Viscera is a meat byproduct that generally refers to the soft internal organs from the main cavity of a slaughtered mammal. Though some brands prefer to not use certain ingredients like byproducts or meals, these ingredients may offer a nutritionally appropriate, sustainable and economical source of protein. So, let's recap. You have learned about the different types of palatants, liquid or dry. You have learned about the application rate and the way the palatants are applied. You have learned about protein sources that make up the palatants, and you've learned where those protein sources are coming from. Maybe even some of those protein sources have surprised you. As you can imagine, all of these factors contribute to the performance of the product, which directly affects the price. Different pet food companies have different performance requirements. If, for example, the performance requirements are set high, that company will invest more money to achieve that palatability. If a company wants to have a moderate level of palatability, let's say they want to ensure that the pet food is eaten, logically they will have to invest less in palatability. It's important when talking about palatability performance to first identify your benchmark, also known as control, and identify your performance objectives. Some examples of performance objectives are to improve the palatability performance of our cat food to be twice as good as our current cat food, or ensure the palatability of our dog food stays the same as brand X, or make sure that our new treat is readily accepted by 90% of the cats. These criteria will help define the testing program and will let you know when you have achieved your palatability objectives. In summary, when selecting a palatant, a variety of things need to be considered. What type of palatant, dry powder, liquid or both, and what application, internal, topical or both, is ideal for your application equipment. What requirements or claims, natural, limited ingredient, etc., are critical to your brand? What are your performance requirements? And what is your maximum upcharge per ton? At AFB, we specialize in creating palatants that meet the specific needs of each customer. For more information about palatability research, industry trends, and our solutions and services, visit afbinternational.com.